22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Throwing to start here is Tua. That one complete to Myles Gaskin. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Tua going to throw. He'll swing this out wide to Gaskin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. On the carry, this is Myles Gaskin. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like that. Time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable, but the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Second down, Gaskin, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Third down, now even tougher, 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the... They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action. Cousins. He stiff-arms it. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles, and there when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary.
Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Cousins now to throw on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Cousins now. And oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. To throw is Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Vikings post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Now Tua. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua going to hand this to Gaskin. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns, Charles. A great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're in a bind early here. Down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Finding Gaskin underneath. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From the 36, Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Marcus Davenport. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Looking to pass. Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Well, the Vikings right now, they've got got the passing game working. It's another first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 124 yards rushing for it. Tough to stop here this first half. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. A first down throw for Cousins. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Madison running on first down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6. Joseph now to have the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we now proceed to the start of the second half.
Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from mid. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon in charge.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Madison running right. to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the 36, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. With a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver. So the Vikings return back here on offense. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Cousins to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run with Madison. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. That brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not see.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll begin things here with Gaskin. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Gaskin again on 2nd down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground. Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. But still down quite a bit here. Several. Yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and
taking it right down Broadway. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the grab by Croft. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays,
that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and set packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Madison. And some room to run now. Uses the stiff arm. Touchdown, Vikings! Well, I gotta say, I don't know how he made it all the way to the end zone without going down. What a run.
Absolutely incredible that was, because defensively you're taught to break down, wrap up. But in this case, he didn't really allow it, and really no one was able to slow him down enough for the extra help to get there. He just kept getting out of tackles all the way downfield and found the end zone.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll go Madison up the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. What, 227 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now on the afternoon. And the Vikings have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Joseph connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From just shy of midfield, Tua. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Joseph on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Miami set to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Short throw hauled in by Croft. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Tua. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Gets this one to Hill. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. From the 44, Tua, short throw hauled in by Croft. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.